Bitcoin is often described as a system on a countdown. A popular claim says that as block rewards decline, Bitcoin's security will inevitably collapse, unless prices rise exponentially or fees become permanently extreme. But recent economic research shows that this framing misunderstands how Bitcoin's fee market actually works. Critics argue that Bitcoin's security budget is shrinking with every halving. They claim that miner revenue must remain high and stable to deter attacks, and that transaction fees have failed to provide this stability. According to this view, fee spikes are temporary, users leave when fees rise, and the network becomes progressively cheaper to attack. At first glance, this sounds mathematically convincing. But it rests on a flawed assumption that Bitcoin needs predictable, constant fees to remain secure. Academic research on Bitcoin's fee market paints a very different picture. Studies modeling user competition and miner behavior show that fees are not governed by fixed formulas or linear trends. Instead, they emerge from a decentralized market where users compete for scarce block space and miners respond to expected profitability. Fees rise when congestion increases. They fall when demand subsides. This is not a design flaw. It is the mechanism that allocates security resources efficiently. The key insight is this: Bitcoin's security does not depend on fees being permanently high. It depends on fees being able to rise when security is most needed. When demand for settlement increases, users bid more aggressively. When fees increase, mining becomes more profitable. And when mining becomes more profitable, more security resources are deployed. This dynamic response matters far more than long-term averages. A common argument is that users will abandon Bitcoin if fees rise too much, creating a hard ceiling on fee revenue. But the evidence suggests something more nuanced. High-value, time-sensitive transactions remain on-chain even during periods of congestion. Lower-priority transactions wait. This selective participation is not a failure of the system. It is how markets ration scarce resources. Bitcoin does not need every user at all times. It needs those who value settlement security the most when it matters. The collapse narrative treats Bitcoin like a system that requires steady, predictable income. But Bitcoin's fee market is emergent, adaptive, and competitive. Security funding scales with demand, not with fixed projections. This is why declining block subsidies do not imply inevitable failure. They simply shift the source of security from issuance to market-driven fees. So here is the key question. Do you think Bitcoin needs permanently high fees to remain secure, or is a dynamic fee market enough? Share your thoughts in the comments. If you found this analysis valuable, please give the video a like and subscribe to the channel for more in-depth discussions on Bitcoin, economics, and network security. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.